on one of the most harrowing hauntings of our careers at the Hinsdale House in upstate New York. I feel like something doesn't want me here. That there is something in this woods. Whoa.
Nick? Are you all right?
I heard you scream.
Whoa, that is like oppressive.
Hey,
Damn it.
what are you?
Ever since I've left the Hinsdale house, there's something that's been haunting my home, haunting my family, and haunting my dreams.
It's 3:15 right now. I was just woken up by a nightmare. It's almost like you can still feel it lingering around me.
For weeks after leaving, Nick had nightmares and was woken up at 3 a.m. by a woman warning him about the Hinsdale house. And Dan, the owner of the house, has captured spirit voices asking, "Where is Nick?"
It's 3 a.m. Again, I'm in my basement. I'm hearing this loud banging sound coming from somewhere in my house. Right there. And I almost feel like it's lingering with me.
But whatever entity we encountered there wasn't finished with us.
Nick, wake up.
Veronica woke me up out of my dead sleep. And she said that someone was in our house. There's somebody walking around. And when I went to the security camera, we both saw this apparition just walking around in our basement. Stay up here. Stay up here with the kids. Who is there? Show yourself right now. And I'm down in my basement. Let us down here. Told Veronica to stay upstairs. There's something in our house.
I just set up Steve Huff's brand new Portal Wondered box. I never do this. I never investigate my house, but I have to try to figure out what is going on. I have to try to make contact. Is there someone here with me? Did you follow me to my house? Yes, you did. Did you just say yes? Is my house haunted?
Come back.
Come back to where? Where did you come from? I'm getting goosebumps right now all over my body. Oh, there's something here with me. Are you from the Hinsdale? Dead? You're dead? Where do you want me to go? What should I do? Pontefract? You just said Pontefract? Where? Pontefract, England?
I think there's something else that is lingering from the Hinsdale that has a connection with the Black Monk house. How could that be possible? No. Enough is enough. No more. Enough is enough.
The Black Monk House is a famous case in Pontefract, England. People say it's the most violent poltergeist ever known, and I've been reading about it for years. But I don't know what it has to do with Hinsdale. I don't know if activity can be connected between two locations. And I want to talk to the demonologist John Zaffis to see if there's a possible connection between Hinsdale and the Black Monk House.
Ever since we left Hinsdale house, we've had weird things happening to us.
Hinsdale never felt right to me when we were researching it, when we were looking into it. And I think we just threw all the boundaries out the window for that.
I think there's something bigger happening here with the Black Monk house. When you have a severe poltergeist, something that is just labeled as the most violent poltergeist in the history of Europe. I don't know how locations can have that much power. That's why we're coming to you, because years of experience.
Yeah.
What do you think we're dealing with?
This case dates back into the 1960s.
The children was choked in the house, and things would get broken, things would get thrown out. It was a horrific poltergeist case. I don't think there's any boundaries in regards to whether spirit can travel. I always tell everybody, please be very guarded, be very careful. Why? I've seen a lot of good paranormal people get destroyed by these things that we call devils and demons. We're dealing with things that are very ugly, very nasty, very demonic. The negative spirits do not forget who we are. They just don't. And they can resurface when you least expect it with certain pieces of property and locations. We're drawn to them. And I feel that there's that connection within the spirit realm. Some of us, this is our journey. This is our lives. That's why you always must keep your guard up 24/7 when you're in any type of these locations, especially the monkhouse.
The demonic work in a network. So if one entity knows who you are, the rest of them know who you are. Their whole purpose is to find us, manipulate us, control us, and ruin us. I've worked with investigators who have completely lost their whole lives from working on these types of cases. They become obsessed. It takes over their life, and negativity enters their life. And Nick is having a lot of stuff happen at his house and with his family that seems to be directly caused from Hinsdale. And now he wants to go and do the Black Monk case. Is it the wisest choice? I can't say that for sure, but I can't let him go alone. So what do you think? I mean, we're pretty much running out of choices, and everything John is saying us is don't go there.
We have no other choice. It's almost like leading us.
Right,
It
but-
wants something from us. I think everything that John said is real and true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is our only choice. We have to go to the Black Monk House. We have to go all the way, put an end to this.
The two-story brick house at 30 East Drive is indistinguishable from any other in the quiet suburb of Pontefract, England. But behind its unassuming facade resides one of the most darkly aggressive paranormal forces in the world. Set on a hill once soaked by the bloodiest battles in the English Civil War, the house garnered widespread infamy in August 1966, when the Pritchard family was plagued by increasingly violent, unexplainable phenomena. Joe Pritchard was never the same after encountering a dark entity in the coal room, while his son Philip was tormented by flying objects and menacing noises. The family's grandfather clock was hurled at Joe's wife Jean, and at the height of the frenzy, their daughter Diane was pulled up a flight of stairs by invisible hands at her throat.
Bloody hell do you think you're playing at?
Local legend gave way to international attention in 2012 when the house became the subject of a horror film. In the years that followed, amateur and professional paranormal investigators flocked to the home expecting big screen thrills. But many fled, horrified by the realities of the home's dark inhabitants. To unravel all the mysteries of the Black Monk House, Nick and Katrina must embark on an unprecedented 100-hour investigation.
The nightmares have been just driving me crazy. I won't lie, I'm scared. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I've actually been scared. Man, I can't believe we're finally here. Traveling thousands of miles to get here and researching for years to come to this location.
I don't think we're dealing with quote-unquote poltergeist. I think we're dealing with something that's much bigger, much more knowledgeable, and I think it's been watching us.
In our dreams, in our nightmares, it's been already trying to break us down.
I feel like something's very aware of us. It started from Hinsdale. I think the minute we walked onto that property, we've been watched.
Is this it right here? Can you stop here? I'm gonna get out. I have to
See the house?
Yeah, it's right here. Wow, my whole entire career, it's led up to this.
I think once we go through that gate, we can't turn back, you know? My first thought on seeing the house is that it's so tiny that I can't believe these horrific events happened here.
What we've been doing for the last year, you just feel drawn to this spot, and here we are, standing here. I never thought we'd be here right now. It's so personal. There's something so strange about this.
Sometimes evil does lurk in the nicest of neighborhoods, the nicest of families. And you can't judge a book by its cover when it comes to this stuff. Feels a little overwhelming.
And I feel like we're almost walking into a trap.
Are you ready?
3,000 miles from home in Pontefract, England, we are finally face to face with the greatest challenge of our careers, the Black Monk House.
Wow, this is really overwhelming. Everything's been leading up to this moment in my dreams, my nightmares.
Well,
I feel a little nervous about walking into almost like we're walking into a trap.
That's a good way to put it. I think, though, before we go in, we should get caught up on the history.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
After reading everything I've read on the Black Monk House, I am definitely scared. We don't really know what we're walking into at this point. I just know that what I feel right now is that it's so much bigger than just the Black Monk House.
To arm ourselves with information, we visit Mike, a local historian. He'll be able to give us the area's bloody background, which we believe is contributing to the terror at 30 East Drive.
Mike? Hey, I'm Katrina. Thanks for meeting us. This is Nick.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So like we said on the phone, we're doing research on Pontefract, and we have some holes in our stories, and we were hoping maybe you could fill them in.
Certainly.
What is it about Pontefract that makes it so
There's just
special?
so many stories and layers of dark history, especially with, you know, the Civil War, the Pilgrimage of the Grace. You know, there was a lot of bloodshed on the land where we're stood right now.
What about 30 East Drive? How far is that from where we're staying right now? Is it pretty close?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just the fact that it's close to where we are now, but it's right across the road from one of the biggest, bloodiest battles of the Civil War, the Battle of Chequerfield, which was quite famous. If you look for the historical maps, 30 East Drive is at a junction, and always has been. Now, junctions in British history are normally associated with two quite sinister aspects: suicides and public executions.
Really? So
Wow.
30 East Drive seems to be kind of the epicenter of a lot of horrible
It
things.
certainly does, yeah. In terms of the historical aspects of Pontefract, all those overlying layers all seem to match up in one particular area, which is 30 East Drive.
It sounds like you have all this bloodshed, and here's the first layer where everything kind of ramps up in history, and then that gets destroyed, and then something builds on top of it, then the Civil War, then all the other history, the executions, the murders, everything just keeps overlaying, layering up to this point.
Historically, there's layers and layers of tragedy, death, murder, it's holding that energy for you. There's this great black cloud overlying this area.
So I really appreciate you meeting with us, talking with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mike.
Take
Thank you
care.
very much.
Good talking to you.
Bye-bye.
It's crazy. The history here is so much darker and bloodier than I ever thought it was.
If it adds to the hauntings at the Black Monk House, then we're going to be walking right into hell.
Now that Mike has given us a tour of the area's tormented past, we head to meet an expert on the Black Monk, author Andy Evans, whose book chronicles his experience at 30 East Drive, along with the history of the hauntings.
Thanks, Andy, for meeting with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We've done a ton of research, and we really just want to dig a little bit deeper on something maybe we've missed, and you've written a book on the Black Monk House. Do you want to tell us a little bit more of what you've learned?
I mean, I went into the house more accidentally. A colleague of mine had watched the film when the lights went out, and he was fascinated by the house. I eventually took him to 30 East Drive and showed him. And from that day then, I just couldn't believe What was happening?
The house kind of drew you to it?
Definitely.
Do you know the case of the monk? Do you know if that's a true fact, that
Yes.
this person was hung for murdering and raping a child?
I then researched East Drive as it would have been. This is probably 300 years ago. We're actually an enclosed orchard. Monks were farming all this land.
So this is where the legend of the Black Monk comes in then?
Local legend has it, early 1600s, there were monks living in local prairie. One, unfortunately, had a liking for young girls, and he'd raped and murdered a young girl. As legend goes, and they threw him in a local well.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
In 1812, on the maps, there is a well there. It falls in with East Drive, where it is now.
This is where the house was?
Yeah. During late 60s, when the poltergeist activity started, they automatically referred to it as being the Black Monk. Monks had steeped in Pontefract's history. My personal opinion is it presented itself as they wanted it to present itself, if you understand what I'm saying.
So they made the connection.
It's very manipulative.
Yeah, and they made the connection knowing that it was, the monks had lived there at one point, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, everyone kind of knows that. Andy, I can't thank you enough for meeting
Thank
with
you.
us. Yeah, this
Thanks for
this
giving me
definitely
time
helped
and
with our research.
allowing me to hear. Can I just warn you, we found that activity does increase when we get bad weather, and we are getting a bad weather forecast, so just please bear that in mind. Just please be very careful what you're doing.
We will.
And try and stay together.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
All right, Andy.
Thanks.
Good luck.
We'll talk soon.
Thanks.
We are as prepared as we'll ever be to face down the Black Monk, but as we return to the house, there's one last person we need to talk to. Carol has lived next door for almost 30 years and is no stranger to the sinister activity at the house.
So you live here next
Yes.
door, and how long have you lived here?
29 years.
So then, did you know the family that lived here
Yes,
during
I
the
did.
haunting?
They're the most loving couple. Joe liked to drink, he liked to pint. That's how it was. Till he got locked in coal house. And he come out of there a broken man.
How bad did that get?
Yeah, it affected him bad. He didn't want to be in this house. He wanted to move, but Jean was very strong and wouldn't move. No, it weren't moving her out of her dream home.
What happened to Joe? Did he pass away in this house?
Yes.
I feel like drawn, like as you two were talking, I feel drawn to
yeah.
that window up there, like somebody dark, like a dark, negative figure is looking at us.
He'd been out for the night, got drunk. He got up in the middle of the night to use the toilet. He vomited. He choked on his vomit, and he had a massive heart attack and collapsed on the bathroom floor and died.
That's a horrible way to die.
Where's the bathroom?
This window here. Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's what I kept drawing. Like I kept seeing like a black figure was looking at me the whole time. I had no clue.
Right.
So do you think that whatever is here contributed to his death?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
What do you think is in there?
There's not one thing in there. There's a few things in there.
You think there's something evil else that's
definitely.
overpowering?
Definitely. It's a demon. That's what we believe. It's not nice at all. It growls. Let's just put it that way. It growls. And when it growls, you run. And I've had people say to me, why don't you move? I know it can follow me. And I won't give it that opportunity to invade another life somewhere else.
So once you walk through that door, it'll always know you.
I feel like we have to confront this, but I'm so nervous. I won't lie. I'm actually frightened a little bit.
Don't walk through that door and say, oh, I'm not scared. Because I guarantee you will be within the hour. Don't do it. Don't put power of thought into it, because it's listening all the time.
Yeah.
Can you show us around really quick? Can we walk through just to get our bearings where we're going to be?
I'd rather not take you around the house because I do not like the house whatsoever. But I have a good friend, Phil. He will take you around the house. He's known about this house since he was 8 years old.
Can you tell him maybe to meet us inside?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. All right, you ready to go in here?
No.
You're not? After hearing that story, I mean, I have my guard up now. I just felt something move up behind my back. I have my guard up now.
It smells funny. Oh, wow.
Doesn't it feel like you just walked into something that you shouldn't have?
You know, like, I feel like I have, like, a weight pressing down on my arms.
It does
My
feel
shoulders.
oppressive in here, doesn't it? I'm really shaky right now.
The fact that you're nervous says a lot.
You know why? Because we're not dealing with spirit.
I know.
We're dealing with something inhumane, something evil, and that's what's making me nervous. Do you know who we are? I just felt something move up behind my back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm feeling...
I feel very weird.
I do too right now.
I feel like really, I feel confused.
We haven't walked in for 2 seconds. Rob, do you feel anything?
It feels like thick.
Yeah.
Like you, every step is an effort, you know?
So it's not just us then?
Yeah.
No, like it feels heavy.
I think there's something.
What?
Thought I just saw the chandelier just move and then stop. You can see that, right? Man, it feels so aggressive. Oh. My
head feels
mind
tight.
feels just like it wants to explode. It's gonna be a long. We should talk to Phil, set a plan of attack, and get all of our equipment. Because right now it's just like we're feeling emotions and everything, but we need to validate and document this. So let's talk to Phil.
Phil grew up in the neighborhood and serves as an unofficial caretaker for the house.
Hello there.
Hey.
How you
Hi,
doing?
I'm Phil.
Phil,
Nick, nice to
Katrina,
meet you.
nice to
Hiya,
meet you.
nice to meet you. Welcome to England. You just wouldn't believe the things that would happen in this house. If we go through here, we've got the coal hole.
This is where Joe was.
This is where Joe,
Oh my
wow.
God.
it went in. It's a little dumpy hole. This is the original door, what was in the house.
Okay.
What?
So as you can see on the door, there's no locks. So there's no physically there that can nod you in.
I'm gonna close it for just a
Yeah,
second.
go ahead.
But yeah,
Try to get out, Kat. Wow, so he was stuck in there and couldn't get out.
he could not. And he tried and he tried and he tried to barrage his way out of here.
Well, you want to show us the rest? Are these always like this? Crooked?
We come in yesterday and they were straight in this morning before you come in.
Yeah, I walked in here. That's the first thing I saw. They're like suddenly crooked or something.
We come in here a good few weeks ago and there was a knife lodged in there.
There was a knife?
A knife. We do not like knives in this property
Why don't you like?
because things get thrown.
Feeling weird.
Because of the dark cases I worked on, I actually took a 5-year break from working with clients in general. And that is a direct cause of working with what we call the demonic. I just realized, I didn't think about it till now, the very first demonic case I went on 10 years ago, I remember I walked in and I felt a bunch of different things. I felt sick, I felt whatever. But the one thing I do remember I felt was this feeling of like just being completely drained every time I went in the house. And this is reminding me of that.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Katrina just mentions demonic hauntings, and something just hits me with a force. Whatever you just said, you just triggered something. The thing just like went through into my body and my eyes. Oh, that'd be sick. You said something and it just triggered
But I was talking
negative.
about my first demonic case I went on.
Stop talking about that.
That?
Can't sit there. It just like literally just breezed by my face. I had to walk away from that. I didn't want to feel that again.
You
I
look
know
real-
that's.
you look really scared.
I'm feeling.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
lying.
No,
Like,
no. I mean, I'm confirming. Like you look scared. You look.
Well, I am.
Shaken.
Someone's walking down the steps. What was that? Feet just walking down the steps. You guys heard that, right? Did everyone hear that? That was feet walking on carpet down these steps.
Here we have the stairs These are the stairs where Diane was taken from top to bottom, dragged up by her throats.
You're still here, aren't you?
The victim of the greatest violence was the Pritchards' teen daughter, Diane, who was pulled up the stairs by her throat from an unseen force.
Dragging her with some speed. You've got to bear in mind, she's a young woman. What could possibly grab you?
So that would take a pretty strong force physically.
What has that power, that energy to grab somebody around the neck and just drag you up the stairs? Now, as you see at the top, there's a clock. The original grandmother clock was chucked down the stairs. It landed in pieces. That clock does not work, but you will hear it tick, and you will hear it chime. In the whole house, you will get marbles chucked at you, you will get stones chucked at you, you will get screws getting chucked at you. Where they come from, we don't know.
I was just about to ask that.
Philip's room, we have had a lot of people being, let's say, affected in this room. You get lots of activity.
Did Joe pass away up here?
He actually died in here.
Joe passed away in here?
Yes. Heart attack, choked on his own vomit.
And that was during the 70s that happened, or, yeah? What's wrong?
Did you just push me?
No, I seen your jacket. I saw your jacket go then.
You saw that, right?
I saw your jacket go then.
I felt a hand just push on my back right here. But I heard this clock. Does this clock work? I heard it going, and then I felt the hand push.
Don't work.
So I want to ask you, has anybody said they've seen a man with, like, hair about this length?
Why'd you ask that?
All right, I kept it to myself, but when we were standing here and I could see you in the mirror, I looked up for a second and it wasn't you. It was like this guy with kind of like dirty blonde, almost light brown hair. Are you serious?
No, you just carry on going as you go in.
It was like to
End of the
here,
way,
and it
yeah.
almost kind of looked like it was balding in the front, but it was like here and kind of shaggy.
Who's she describing?
Possibly describing Joe then.
Who?
Joe.
Joe?
Who died. That's who you're possibly describing. But people see him in different ways.
Oh my gosh, I just got goosebumps.
All right, thanks, Phil, for showing us around. Can you get Carol for us now? She can lock us in.
Mate.
All right.
Enjoy meeting
thank you.
and enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We just got more activity on that walkthrough than most investigators get on an entire investigation. I would very much say that this is leading me to believe this is demonic.
What does it want from us?
It wants us.
Why, though? Why does it want us?
Because we've messed with it. It knows us.
All right, let's get a last breath of fresh air. All right, Carol, please lock us in. I want these spirits, whatever else is in here, to know that we truly are confined to this location for 100 hours. And you have the only key. So unlock us at that 100 hours. And if anything happens, don't open that door.
Nobody's going to get in. Nobody's going to get out. Trust me on that one. You're going to get locked in. And I wish you all the luck in the world.
You're going to need it.
Trust me.
All right, lock this door.
Katrina and I are chained into 30 East Drive, confined to this property under lock and key for 100 hours.
So we have an arsenal of equipment.
Yeah, we
it's going
do.
to be crazy. We have our standard digital recorder. We have our spirit box.
And then these guys, just little static sensors, so anytime there's static electricity around it, it should light up blue.
We have a new portable geo box.
I love it. It's portable now.
Yeah, and the
You can
voices
run
are
around.
much clearer too. It works on radio frequency, it works on EMF, and also works on vibrational waves. So it's going to modulate all of them, and we're going to be able to hear it coming through the speaker. So we have our laser grid. We can use this to try to indicate shadows, apparitions, anything else that might occur in the phenomenon, break the laser beams.
Yeah.
You ready to do this?
Yeah.
We have a long, long time ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully all the equipment we have can validate some of these claims. Let's just go full blast into this.
Do it. had a case 10 years ago, and it was my first demonic case, but we didn't know it was demonic. So we went thinking it was just a normal, everyday kind of haunting.
Yeah.
Didn't put much stock into it. Every single time I walked into that house, I got nauseous, I had headaches. I just had very negative thoughts about all the people around me, and I felt completely drained. Like, that is a entity that has shown up throughout my career multiple times. So the fact that you said you were feeling sick and you almost felt like something took over to you, and I don't want to jump the gun because I really don't know what's here, but my fear is that maybe it's that same entity.
Forget the paranormal, like this is our lives. We're playing with fire here. Personally, I want to confront it, but what do you personally want to do? What's the accomplishment here? What's the end game for us? Or is there one?
End game? I don't think there is one.
If we can focus and just get our equipment ready, get ready for the night, and keep moving through.
Can anybody hear us in this house? It's just the three of us in here now. Katrina, Rob, and myself. You already know us. You've been playing games, hiding, making noises.
Making us feel sick.
Can you knock something off the wall again?
What's wrong?
Just feels really weird up there.
Upstairs?
Just looking up there.
I want to capture it. I want to document it.
You want to know who's been haunting your family?
So weird you said that.
Why were you thinking it?
No. Just because he said that, I'm like protective over my family. So protective, you know. It's like I got angry there for a second.
Okay. You've really got our attention. It's getting cold. Temperature's dropping right here. What is it that you would do if you could actually be here with us right now? Do you just hear us? Why can't that clock fall again on the top of the stairs? Why is it so difficult to move things? Do you need a lot of energy?
Okay, you've really got our attention. Getting cold. Temperature's dropping right here. What is it that you would do if you could actually be here with us right now? Do you just hear us? Why can't that clock fall again on the top of the stairs? Why is it so difficult to move things? Do you need a lot of energy?
Saying something. Hold on.
You need a lot of energy?
Do you know Latin?
No. Was it? Oh God, was it speaking Latin?
To me, it sounds Latin. I'm getting chills. I get the shakes and I got the static charge. Listen to this, guys. This is so weird. Desperata.
What is desperata?
Did you hear it?
You did not hear that?
No.
Moving.
I did not hear it.
Like, something being dragged. Desperata. Look that up.
Something like that.
That is, I
I
think.
have a translator on my phone. We can look it up.
Yes, please do.
Oh, I feel chills.
Can we do it now?
Ooh, it's not good. Something bad.
Desperado.
Look at that up.
Desperado.
We're so exhausted. I mean, we've been up for so long. Now it's time to lay in some of the most haunted spots. The door open. I'm exhausted. This door opened on its own last night.
It's hot.
I know it is.
Did you sleep?
I got scared at first.
Did you?
I had this shut. I mean, I literally jumped. I thought something was behind me. Kept waking up and I was staying awake, then suddenly, boom.
All right.
I'm like shaking.
What's wrong?
Everything.
Let's go in here and try to see if we can talk to whatever's in here. Did you come from this closet?
Pretty quiet this morning.
Quiet so far, yeah. Can you roll this ball for us? Can you roll that ball? Can you tell us what you need? If I take this ball right here and put it here, can you try to push it across the floor so the cameras can see it? Thank you. So the cameras can see it? So the cameras can see it? Good job. That was awesome. Here's the thing, though. Now we're welcoming it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking to a little kid?
You might not be.
And just touches it lightly, right?
does.
So
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this is innocent, not
Yeah.
like, woof, like
Right.
flies across the room or
Right.
anything. So we might have gotten a ball captured on camera moving.
Let's review that.
Okay. Everything just slowly became calm. It's almost like the atmosphere settled, like it was building up all this energy again and ready to
jump out and attack us. And I started to feel agitated.
Poltergeists don't always happen on cue. Poltergeists happen when they want to happen. We can be sitting here and suddenly thrown.
To be honest, I'm not so sure we're dealing with a poltergeist.
You think we're dealing with demon, huh?
Well,
Whatever you want
I
to label
think
as
we're-
demon. You guys heard that, right?
yes.
What was that?
What is that? Did you hear that? It's like a low.
Well, something just hit me in the back. Something just was thrown at me.
What was thrown at you?
I don't know. Where'd it go? I literally just got hit by something in the back. You guys didn't see that?
No.
Hit me right back here. I felt boom, and then I heard it hit the ground. What? I just stepped on something. Oh, what is that? What the f? Get the f out of here. Something just was thrown at me.
What was thrown at you?
I don't know. I just stepped on something. Oh, what is that? What the f? Get the f out of here.
What is that?
A marble.
Are you kidding me?
I got hit in the back by that.
In the whole house, you will get marbles chucked at you.
You guys could hear that hitting the ground, right?
Heard on your mic.
How'd this come out of thin air?
Classic poltergeist.